there and welcome back to Let's Talk by George. In today's video, we are going to review a new ROM called LESSAOSP. Yeah, that is right. It's a fairly new ROM into the Android custom ROM market. And let's check out the system specification and Android version. The Android version that this particular ROM is using is Android 12, and it is an unofficial build from our friend Java Sin. Then the kernel that is being used in this particular ROM is 4.19.224 Fury. One more thing is this ROM, I've selected the GApps variant for this particular ROM, and the default launcher that the ROM uses is Launcher. You have two choices: either you can go for Pixel Launcher or Launcher. Well, when I try to change the launcher, it has caused some sort of error, so it is better to keep it as Launcher itself. Now let's go and take a look at the quick settings. LESSAOSP, they have tried to maintain the stock user interface for the ROM, so we cannot see many customization with the ROM. Even though the ROM is GApps version that I'm using right now, still it has the default AOSP dialer which has inbuilt call recording option. So that's a great advantage. Then coming up, as you can see that these all are the applications that are available with the ROM. You get two browsers by default. You can either go for DuckDuckGo or you can go for Google Chrome. So that is about the application of this particular ROM. And the default camera application that you have is Gcam Go. Then you get a wonderful music player too. But unfortunately, I can see that in the GApps version, the Messages app is missing. So that is kind of disadvantage. You can either install Quick SMS app, which I did a review, and I will post the description. I will post the review link in the description below. Please make sure you check out that application. That's a great application to install and to work with, or you can install Google Messages. It's up to you. Let's launch the settings page. As you can see, there isn't much change in the user interface. What you will get is you will get a option called Mantle. Once you click on the option, you get some customization options like status bar. It is empty. I believe the source is working WIP for the customization options. Then coming up, quick settings. You don't get a lot of customization options with the ROM, but overall the ROM is stable and the ROM is smooth. Navigation bar, you get nothing. Gestures, double tap to wake and sleep, stuff like that. Then on lock screen, again it's empty. Notification, it's empty. Power menu, get one option, disable power menu on lock screen. Then miscellaneous, you get the option to whether to show the wallet icon or not. And device features, it is not working. So basically the ROM is fairly new, and as you can see that they may be working on adding extra features, which we have to wait in future. So these all are the details about the ROM, and let's go to the system option and see what all things we do get in system option. You get just gestures only, so nothing more than that. Even though the ROM is minimal in customization option and all, still the ROM is worth to use. It is very smooth and it is simple and it is even easy to use if you prefer to have stock user interface ROM. LESSAOSP ROM, I believe they started this ROM thing with Android 12. So basically the sources are pretty much new and they might be adding more and more features to the ROM, and we have to wait for it. This is a wonderful ROM. Well, one problem that you will face with the ROM is if you try to install, once you have finished flashing the ROM and if you try to call someone, as you can see that the default apps are not set by default. So once you on your first boot, you need to set up the default applications, otherwise the phone app is not set as default app. So basically once you try to call, you won't be able to see the dialer and you might think that it's a ROM bug. No, it's not a ROM bug. You need to set the default applications after your first boot. Well, my impressions about the ROM is it is pretty much smooth and it is easy to use. So you have I mean, even the GApps version, you only get necessary GApps. You won't get a lot of GApps, or you won't get a system bloated with Google applications. So that's a plus point for the ROM. Overall, the ROM is very smooth, and many thanks to JavaSyn for building the ROM for our POCO device. Well, the ROM can be used as a daily driver, and it's a good daily driver too. So make sure you try the ROM. And once again, I would like to thank you for watching the video. Please make sure you stay subscribed to the channel, and thank you.